morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Sandra. Today we're going to do a makeup look for a backyard barbecue at my best friend's place. We're starting with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir for skin prep. I love this. It's almost at this point just a feeling. I'm not even sure how much it does, but it does kind of tingle your skin and just makes you feel good and refreshed and prepped for makeup. The second step is adding on some moisturizer. I'm using the Innbeaity Project Extreme Cream here. It does tighten and firm your skin, and it just feels amazing once it's on. Next, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Whiz in the shade Soft Brown to fill in my brows. I do not do a heavy brow. I just kind of fill in all of the areas where I'm missing some empty spots. And then I go over this with my Benefit 24-hour brow gel, and it kind of locks the hairs into place. It doesn't really give a shiny appearance. It's more just to make sure that the product, like if, for example, you were to touch your face, that the product will not come off. I have a feeling that if I was just to use the pencil, that it might remove. But as you can see, I am still filling in some sparse areas. When I was younger, I actually overpicked my brow hairs. And so now they don't really grow back at all. But there are some areas that just need a little bit extra filling in, if that makes sense. So here we're putting on some brow gel. It's probably time for me to get a new one. Okay, so I just realized here that I must have skipped, I have no idea how this happened, but I skipped a whole chunk of my video, but I'm just going to talk quickly about it. For foundation, right after my Extreme Cream, I did add Dior Forever Glow Star Filter 2, which is a glow product, to my Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclait foundation. Unfortunately, that foundation can no longer be purchased. But here I'm looking at my skin and I'm like, what? I never do my brows before foundation. So I'm so sorry. I completely forgot that step. But right after we go in with bronzer, I'm using the Nars Laguna 3 cream bronzer here. I'm kind of using it as a contour on my cheeks because for some reason, this tone, Laguna 3, happens to be a perfect tone for me for contour and bronzer. I don't know, it's just kind of magical in that respect. But for lighter skin tones, you might want to go in with number 1 or number 2. I'm pretty sure number 2 is the original. Number 3 is just a little bit darker. But for my skin tone, I don't know, it just does something magical. And then the cream product also helps to blend into my makeup. And then I will go in with my foundation side of my sponge and just kind of extra blend it so that it doesn't look unnatural. Next, we're using some concealer. This is the Kosas Creamy Revealer Concealer in the shade 05. I just usually apply it to my under eyes, and I don't really feel like I need it anywhere else. Next, I'm going in with my blush. This is the e.l.f. blush. I'm going to try to get the name of it when I go upstairs and write that down below for you guys so you have a reference. But I did get this, I believe I got this, it was either for my birthday makeup that my husband bought me, or I might have purchased it on my own previous to that. But I have 2 colors, and this is more of like a brighter color, which I feel like is less pink and more of a natural hue. Kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty blush filter in Sunset Lychee a little bit, but it's a little bit potent. I think that's kind of what they're trying to like almost as a knockoff. Next, we're going into shadow. So I'm using the Natasha Gold palette here. And like whenever I have an excuse to use like kind of a neutral tone palette, I always reach for this palette. I'm starting in the crease with this warm toned or mid warm toned brown. And this is basically just to kind of give my eyes some definition. You could technically go in with a bronzer here. I do find that shadow lasts a little bit longer. Bronzer, similar to blush, has a little bit less staying power in my opinion. And I mean, that's probably just because it's more of a formula for the face rather than the eye socket. Your eyes are a bit more oily, so product that isn't meant for the eyes does tend to wear off sooner. So I'm building this color up to the shade that I like. And then I'm also using the same tone and applying this to the lower lashes. And this is also going to give my eye some definition and just build up some color around the perimeter of my eye. So next I'm going in with a liner. I don't show this step on camera because I line my water lines and people don't necessarily like seeing that. So I'm using the Patrick Todd gel liner in bronze. I am in love with this color. It gives definition without being too dark as when you use a black. It doesn't matter what color your eyes are if you use black. It's just a lot of times it makes your eyes look smaller, and it also is really harsh at times unless you're doing a really dark makeup look or you just, I don't know. I think this is just really nice for summer. I'm going back in with my palette and I am blending out that brown in the crease using a lighter tone. And then I do go in with a different brush here and I'm going to apply a sparkly shade on the lid. A lot of times, if you really want the color payoff, definitely go in with your finger because your finger applies sparkle so much better. But in this case, because I'm putting it on the lower lash line to start, I didn't want like an excess sparkle, if that makes sense. I just wanted a little bit on the lower lash line. And I'm using a darker color here too. I didn't want it to be super, super bright. And you can tell, I think with the brush and I'm adding that sparkle, I think I actually got some of it in my eyes. So if you want to prevent that from happening, make sure that you wet your brush first or just use your finger. It will save a hassle in the long run, especially if you wear contacts. So here you can see I did spray my brush just to get a little bit of a better color payoff with that inner corner sparkle. And I'm adding it in on the inner corner. And this just really lightens and brightens your eyes, especially if you start from the inner corner and then add a darker shade on the outside. I am concentrating this on the inner half of the eye. And you can tell, I think I seriously got some of that sparkle in my eyes because I can't stop blinking. Okay, so also I did have quite a bit of fallout here, so I ended up taking a brush and just wiping away underneath my eye. Lately, I have been using less and less powder, especially for summer. I've been staying away from the powder products. I find that when I powder over foundation and concealer, it tends to make my face look a little bit cakey. So I've been trying to refrain, and I've definitely been using more setting spray to keep my makeup in place. And you wouldn't think that that's the case, but I think if you use a really good primer and a really good setting spray, I think that powder is not essential, especially if you want to go for that dewy, glowy look, which is what I'm aiming for today. So next I have applied some mascara. I've used the Voluminous Carbon Black by L'Oreal here. And we're going in with some highlighter now with the Rare Beauty Liquid Highlighter in the shade Mesmerize. I absolutely love this shade. It works really well with blush because instead of giving you a really high beam highlight, it kind of works with your blush to give a nice low beam, if that makes sense, but it's just a little bit more softer. Okay, next we're going to take care of the lips. I'm using a lip liner from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the pencil lip liner in the shade Cool Brown, just to give my lips a little bit of an outline and some shape. And then I'm using a lip gloss by Saie. Again, I do not know the exact name of the lip gloss, but it's also really nice. I got it at the same time as my Huda Beauty Faux Filler, and it's a pretty good comparison, and I enjoy the color. And to complete my makeup look, I, of course, always set my face down with setting spray. My favorite one to date has been the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. That one just seems so magical, and I don't know what it is, but every makeup creator that I have watched swears by that, and I do honestly believe it's like one of the best ones right now. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did. If you're new, please subscribe. Click on the bell button to be notified when I upload new content, and I will see you guys in the next video.